Hey Secret Life. So sorry it's been so long since I've talked to you guys. Life has been super crazy and yeah, I really don't have any other excuses. So I wanted to come on and do just like a quick little intro video since it's been such a long time. So what has happened in the last probably 3 months? Let's see, I moved actually to a town that's about 30 minutes from my husband. I also got a new job, so I work actually in that same town. I'm working as a chemical dependency counselor, which I absolutely love. Let's see, since I talked to you guys last, we actually went back to court. We had our first court hearing since we filed a petition for resentencing, so that was super exciting. And that's kind of where we're at now. His last court date was May 31st of this year. It was about a year, almost exactly a year from the time that we filed the petition. And at that court hearing, it was called an oral argument. So it was pretty much our lawyer. He had 10 minutes to talk on our behalf, stating to these 3 judges why my husband should be resentenced. And then the prosecutor that was there as well. And she had 10 minutes to say her piece on why she thinks he shouldn't be resentenced. So it went really, really well. I think our lawyer did an amazing job just explaining to the judges that brain science, has evolved since he was in court in 2003, and they didn't take his age into consideration, which is why he should be resentenced. The prosecutor, and I've listened to it multiple times since, but the prosecutor messed up several times. She kept referring back to her notes. The judges would ask her questions, and she never would answer the questions. She kind of just talked in circles. And at the end of it, she actually said that she would suggest, she's like, I would suggest that if you want to consider resentencing people based off of this issue, that you take this to the Supreme Court, because this is the precedent case and it is going to affect a lot of people. And she said it could very much be that once this, is resentenced, once he's resentenced, anybody under the age of 25 years old could be resentenced based off of these facts. So it was pretty crazy. It was pretty amazing. Once I got home, I was kind of in awe of the whole thing, because that was the first court date that I'd ever been to. So I almost felt like I blacked out during the whole thing, because afterwards I couldn't remember bits and pieces of what happened. And then they actually put it online the following day. Or actually that night they had it online. So I played it for my mom that night so she could hear it. And I think I've listened to it maybe 3 times since May. But every time, it just makes me more excited about it, because it sounds so much more promising every time I hear it. So that was really exciting. So pretty much right now we're just waiting to hear back from these judges to find out what they want to do. So pretty much they have as long, I think they can take up to 8 months to make a decision, but they haven't made a decision yet. They could either take it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court docket for fall has already come out. There's 11 slots available. So he could very much be one of those 11 slots. I hope that he is. So he could either go to the Supreme Court if those 3 judges unanimously decide that, or if 2 of those 3 judges decide they want to resentence him, they feel like he should be resentenced, they'll actually send him to the state, to county to be resentenced, and then he would be resentenced there. Probably what would happen then is the prosecutor would try and appeal it, because they're obviously against it. But our lawyer has told other people that the easy part is going to be him winning, which is awesome, because if Kevin wins, that means everybody that has filed a petition after him, they'll all win as well, so they'll all be resentenced as well. So we're 90-something% positive that he's going to be resentenced. And then once he is resentenced, we're looking at probably him doing no more time than 20 years, and with good time that would bring it down to about 18 years. He's already served almost 15 years, so he probably has 3.5 years at this point, or like less. And obviously he hasn't technically been resentenced yet, but I believe by the end of this year for sure that we're gonna have a really good idea on what's going on. So that's been a big part of the last 3 months, just I guess what mentally like has been consuming me the last 3 months. Every day I go to work, I like go and check online and see if his name is on there. So I've been struggling with that. I mean, that's something I think a lot of prison wives deal with, especially if they're going through trial and everything, or resentencing, you know. It's just like the not knowing, like, the decision that the judges have made, or, you know, just the process, like, it being pushed back and pushed back. So it can be really difficult to deal with that, and normally, you know, I use, like, a countdown app on my phone, and I don't usually check it every day. I check it like maybe once a week or a couple times a week, and it seems like time goes by quicker that way. And time does feel like, for me, it's been going by super fast because I am working full-time now, and that's been keeping me busy. And I have been able to visit him way more often because I'm only 30 minutes from him. So instead of just once a week like I was doing before, I get to see him after work on Mondays and Fridays, and then I go visit for like 8 to 9 hours on the weekends. So that's super exciting. Another thing that's happened is our family visits. So we had to wait about 3 years, actually 3 years from the time we got married to qualify for family visits in Washington State if you got married after they were incarcerated. So we got married November 22nd, 2014. So it has been over 2.5 years. I think I just looked at my app a little bit ago, and it says 113 days. I want to say 113 days. So we are like almost at the point of qualifying for family visits. His counselor told us that he wants to submit all our paperwork. So I have to send in like our marriage license and our marriage certificate and my driver's license, I believe. And so once I send that in, excuse me, the counselor, he said he likes to write a letter, and then he sends that to headquarters the day of our anniversary, once it's been 3 years. So we send in the paperwork September 22nd, so it's like 50 something days for me just to send in paperwork. And then I just feel like everything is kind of going by super quick. It's coming quick. I'm super excited to be able to have these family visits, but I'm also super nervous as well because, like I've told you guys, I met my husband while he was incarcerated, and I've never spent any time with him outside of a prison. And for the family visits, we'll be in prison, we'll be on the prison grounds, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of, it makes you a little nervous. And not like I'm scared or anything nervous, but nervous that, you know, like I haven't been alone with him, so it's kind of crazy. I don't know. But I'm super excited. It's coming up really quickly. I think once we qualify in November, it takes like 1 to 3 months for headquarters to approve us for family visits. And I'm thinking like January or February we'll be able to actually have our first visit, which is super exciting. So there's that. Also in November he has his yearly review, so he's actually going to put in a transfer for another facility that has family visits that are every 30 days. So we'll be able to spend 2 days together every 30 days, which is super awesome. I feel really lucky that, you know, we have the opportunity to even have family visits because most states don't offer it. There are only 4 states that offer it: California, Washington, Connecticut, and New York. So feel really lucky that we have that opportunity to do that. Other than that, see, with our group, Secret Life of a Prison Wife, we have had so many new members. Like, you guys, we've had so many new members in the last 3 months. I just feel like every day we at least have at least 10 or 15 people requesting to join the group. We are officially above 1,000 members now. I think we're like 1,030 or somewhere around there, which is pretty amazing. It was pretty much like a milestone, I guess, for us to get above 1,000, because I think it's a big deal. Like, Ella and I started the group, you know, we had brought over about 100 or 200 people from the previous group that we were both in, And yeah, it's grown so much. And I love the admins that we have. They're amazing. Brittany and Josie and Maddie, Elle and myself, we like all get along super well. And yeah, those are kind of like the updates. I start school September 20th. I actually transferred from a community college to a university. I'm going to be going to Eastern Washington University in the fall, taking 14 credits. So that's kind of a lot, but I'll be able to get through it. So definitely in September next month, once I start school, shit is going to hit the fan. It's going to get a little crazy. I feel like I'm busy right now. Once I'm in school full-time and working full-time and visiting full-time, yeah, it's going to go, I feel like time's going to go by even faster because I'm literally going to have no time to myself. So the place that I moved into here is a 2-bedroom duplex. I have 3 neighbors, right, because it's a duplex. I have 2 Boston Terriers, which I've showed you guys before. I had them with me, but the bad thing about that was there's no fenced yard, so I had to leave them inside all day when I went to work. So I decided after like 3 days, I think it was 2 or 3 days I had left them by themselves. I decided that I was better off leaving them with my mom because she has a fenced yard. She's retired, so she's home all day, so she can be there with them, and you know, they can go in and out as they please. So they've been with her for like a month now. I miss them so much. I try to visit them every week. I was there last weekend and I stayed the night with her. But yeah, I miss my boys. So October 1st, my lease is up here, and I'm going to be looking for a new place, either where I'm at or actually in Aberdeen, which is where Kevin's at and where my job is at. So then I'll be able to get the dogs again. They'll be able to stay with me, and yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be really nice. So anyway, I think those are kind of like all the updates that I have. I have just so much going on, guys. That's why it's been so crazy. Like, I feel bad. This channel, I haven't had any new content to give you guys, but it's definitely coming. I want to be at the point where I can write, and maybe I'll do it tonight, but I want to write a list of videos that you guys might want to see, or maybe that I find interesting and that I want to post for you guys. I want to write a list so that way, you know, I can just kind of check it off as I make the videos, so that way I can start making multiple videos at once. Because once you do make certain videos, especially with a specific topic like prison life and that being a prison wife and that sort of thing, I mean, it gets to a point where you're like, okay, which way do we want to head? Do we want to talk about addiction? Do we want to talk about like funny stories, things that have happened in visiting room? Do we want to get serious? So you kind of have to figure out what you want to go on. So if you guys have any ideas on topics that you would like to see me do a video on in the future, please, please, please comment below. If this is your first time here checking out any videos, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the group. Also, if you're a prison wife and you're looking for support, you can check out our group on Facebook. It's under Secret Life of a Prison Wife. We'll ask for verification, either have you send in a picture of the stamp that they put on the letter that you get from the prison, maybe a visiting picture, or even like a picture of JPay or an email if they have that feature at the facility. So we do ask for verification, but not much. We also have some sister groups. We have a weight loss and nutrition group that is part of our Secret Life. And then we just created, our admin Brittany just created a fur baby Secret Life group. So for all of our animals that we have. So I personally, like I've told you guys before, I have 2 Boston Terriers. And I know all you guys have animals too, because who doesn't love animals, for real? They're freaking awesome. They're my babies. I don't have any children yet, so they are my babies, for real. So anyways, we have those 3 groups. You do have to be a member of the Secret Life of a Prison Wife main prison wife group in order to get into the weight loss or the fur babies group. Oh, we also have my Love Is So Big group as well. So there's a big thing going around where people were writing signs like, what would it say? Like, Kevin, my love for you is so big, it has reached, or no, it would say, Kevin, Tammy's love for you is so big, it has reached Georgia. And then somebody would take a picture in Georgia, holding up that sign, but it'll represent like the area that they're from really well. So I actually made a book for Kevin. I had over 100 pictures from all over the country and all over the world. But we have a group that, you know, women can go on there and they can exchange pictures and stuff like that. So we have the regular group, we have the My Love Is So Big group, we have the weight loss group, and then we have the fur baby group. So we have 4 groups, so we're totally expanding our Secret Life brand, which is awesome. And we've been talking about getting back into selling prison life items like t-shirts and maybe bracelets, necklaces, journals with our emblem on it or our name on it and that sort of thing. So that's a work in progress. We haven't started that yet, but we have started talking about it. So once again, if you're new to this channel, please hit subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our family. And if you've been in this group before or on this page before, definitely go ahead and like this video because I know you like it. And if not, then sorry that you sat through this whole video listening to me, because I'm sorry. But if you have any suggestions, please leave any comments below that you have. Preferably positive comments, but if there's any critiques that you don't like about my channel, please leave those as well. Any topics that you want to hear me talk about in the future videos that you'd like to see, please let me know. As you can tell, I'm driving right now and I am almost home, so I am gonna let you guys go. Please tune in to this channel, and I look forward to seeing you all comment and like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. So I love you guys, and once again, see you guys later. Bye.